I used to think that every story about the afterlife was just a hollow comfort. As a believer in logic, I thought everything could be explained by science. Hallucinations, oxygen deprivation in the brain, dreams, until I started investigating cases that left even science speechless. These aren't stories about a tunnel of light. These are documented case files, events that defy every physical law we know. And they might just change the way you see death forever. Case file number 1. The Convergence. Imagine Maria, an ER nurse. One night, she was caring for Mr. Henderson, an old firefighter who was dying of heart failure. Suddenly, Maria felt herself being pulled out of her body, floating on the ceiling. She watched in horror as her body remained in the chair. But she wasn't alone. Next to her, a faint outline of Mr. Henderson was also floating. He looked at her, not with pain, but with a peaceful smile. Right after that, she fell back into her body. At the same time, Mr. Henderson's heart monitor let out a long beep. He was gone. How could a completely healthy nurse, with no injuries, no drugs, have the same out-of-body experience as her patient at the exact moment he passed away? This is called a shared death experience, and it is a nightmare for simple scientific explanations. Case file number 2. The Unsent Message. At a farm in Texas, a grandfather was taking his last breaths, surrounded by his grandchildren. In his delirium, he kept calling out, "David, David, my son." The family thought he was remembering his eldest son, also named David, who was sitting right next to him. But a few hours after he passed away, they received a horrifying phone call. His grandson, David Jr., had unexpectedly died in a car accident in another state, just minutes before his grandfather called his name. No one in the family had known about it. How could the grandfather have known that news? How could he see his grandson waiting for him in the afterlife? And here is the final case file, the one that challenges all logic of biology and consciousness. Case file number 3. The Final Clarity. It's called Terminal Lucidity. Imagine Eleanor, a 90-year-old music teacher. Alzheimer's disease had stolen her memories. For 10 years, she didn't recognize her own children. Her brain, physically, was destroyed. And then, one afternoon, a miracle happened. Eleanor suddenly became lucid. She looked at her children, calling each one by their correct name. She recalled their childhood memories and even hummed a lullaby she used to sing to them. Her family had their mother back, if only for a brief hour. After that joyful conversation, she closed her eyes and passed away peacefully. But the most unbelievable case was documented in a German medical journal. A young man named Samuel, who had severe brain damage since birth, had lived in a vegetative state for 20 years. He had never spoken a word, never made a conscious action. In the final moments of his life, witnessed by doctors and family, Samuel suddenly opened his eyes. He looked straight at his mother, and for the first time in his life, he spoke. He said one clear sentence, "Mom, I'm going home now." And then he passed away. A brain that had never developed the ability to speak. How could it produce a complete and meaningful sentence like that? As a skeptic, for me personally, the journey of learning about these stories didn't give me a certain answer about heaven or hell, but it gave me something even more important, a sense of wonder and awe at the mysteries of the universe. It shows that human consciousness may be far more complex and mysterious than the chemical reactions in the brain. These cases don't prove anything, but they open up a possibility. The possibility that death is not the end. It may just be the end of one chapter in a much larger story. My question for you is, what is scarier? The possibility of an afterlife, or the possibility of nothing at all after we die? Share your opinion in the comments section. And if you believe that life's greatest mysteries are worth exploring, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more interesting knowledge. Thanks for watching. Wishing you all the best.